processes, and these 49 processes have been put across the 5 basic process groups, and the same 49 processes have been put across the 10 knowledge areas. So out of those 10 knowledge areas, we have finished doing the project integration management. And now the second knowledge area that we are going to do today is the project scope management. And this knowledge area has 6 processes. Out of the 49 processes that we have, 6 of them fall into the project scope management knowledge area. Now, project scope management includes the processes required to ensure that the project includes all the work required and only the work required to complete the project successfully. All the work required and only the work required is the scope of the project. And if the scope of the project is A, you're going to deliver A, not A minus 1, not A plus 1. If you have to do A plus 1, there has to be a change order for that. Because PMBOK discourages gold plating. There's a term used in the PMBOK guide called gold plating. Gold plating is like you're doing something more on top of the scope, free of cost, to please the client. See, if you know what you're doing and if you're doing it perfectly, there is no reason why you should be doing gold plating, because you're not doing charity, but you're doing business, you're doing project. So PMBOK discourages gold plating. Doing few enhancements or adding some scope free of cost is like, gold plating. But again, most of the companies in India, they do it because without that they cannot survive. That's the other side of the coin though. But for your exam, as per the PMBOK guide, no gold plating. Now the next point is like, you need to make a note that, see, scope management involves both managing the product scope and the project scope. In the exam, you need to be careful to read which term is being used, which word is being used. Sometimes it so happens that the question would be related to the product scope and you misread it as project scope and understand it from a different angle actually. So the product scope and project scope are two different things. You need to be sure in the exam to know which word has been used. See, when we say product scope are the requirements that relate to the product of the project. Like they're the features and functions that characterize a product, service, or result. Like per se, if I'm developing a online training software for you, a software tool, basically for you to deliver online training, then the description of the features and functions of this product would be referred as the product scope. That this product should have a facility for recording the sessions. It should have a whiteboard facility in it. And then there should be a provision for interactive interaction with the attendees. You should be able to record the sessions and share them. So these are basically the description of all this that you have to achieve is the product scope. And the project scope is actually the work that you do. Project scope is the work you need to do to deliver the product, service or result of the project with the specified features and functions. The work that you are going to do to deliver the product with the set features and functions will be called as the product scope. Sorry, it would be called as the project scope, right? So product scope and the project scope, two different terms. So basically, we have like 6 processes out here. The first process is to plan scope management. This happens as part of planning the project. The second process, collect requirement, is again happening as part of planning. You define the scope of the project in planning. And then you create the WBS, the work breakdown structure in planning. So out of 6 processes, the first 4 of them happen as part of planning, and the last 2 of them happen as part of monitoring and controlling the project. So project scope management, this knowledge area has 6 processes. If you look at this,